Might be a chat on the right that you'd be able to see comments.
Nice.
Do you
Okay.
see that? That should show comments from YouTube.
Is this going to go full screen? Hey, we're live on YouTube, everybody. Good
Yeah.
to see you guys. So this is something we haven't done in a while. The last time we went live on YouTube, it was our Halloween trick-or-treating event. I can't wait for that again. We'll do that again in 2026. I wanted to come on YouTube, you guys, and say hello and see who's out there and see who's following us. You know, we go live on TikTok a lot. We go live on Facebook on our other group. We go live on Instagram, but we haven't gone live very often on YouTube. So I wanted to do that and just see what everybody's doing. It is Sunday, Sunday the 18th. And I hope your football team is in the playoffs, you guys. A lot going on if you're into football. Man, if you're into hockey, there's a lot going on. Well, there's a lot going on at Integrity Medical Courier Training and the Medical Courier Connection. So I wanted to talk about a couple of special events that are coming up. The first one is this Friday, the 23rd. It's called Sales Tips. Now, the basis of this is that if you are a medical courier or you want to be a medical courier, then you have to pay attention to sales. The way I put it is, if you're a medical courier, you are by default in sales. Now, what I mean by that is either you're selling your services to a local courier service, you go knock on their door and say, hey, look, you guys got any work? I want to tell you why you need me as an independent contractor. That's sales. Or if you go directly to a medical facility, hospitals, laboratories, blood banks, or pharmacies, then again, you got to convince them that they can trust you with their blood or bodily fluids. You know, at Integrity Medical, we do train on the proper handling and transport of lab specimens, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. But I want to stick on this topic right now. This coming Friday, January 23rd, we're hosting a sales tips class, and we do this from time to time. In that class, we're going to go over best practices that will set you up as a courier service for success. We're going to cover things like marketing and branding. One of the examples I love to use, RDS Delivery, they're a favorite partner of ours, and their branding is always on point. They wrap their vehicles in downtown New York City. If you go to New York, you'll see their walkers and their drivers and their vans wrapped. You'll see them all over the city. They kind of stick out. It catches your eye. So they've got marketing and branding absolutely nailed down. But think about that. If you are a courier service in your town, do people know you're there? Do you have a website? Is it easy to find? The thing I like about RDS Delivery, the owner of that company, Larry Zogby, wears his hoodie. Now, this guy's a successful businessman. He just won the New York City Small Business of the Year award. Now, in that meeting, he did wear a three-piece suit, but a lot of times he'll meet with senators and congressmen and mayors and all these dignitaries, and he wears the hoodie for his company. He has branding and marketing down to a T. And listen, if you're going to be a successful medical courier, you need to know about sales and branding. Can you tell your story? Do you know why? What's your why? Do you know why you want to be a medical courier? And the fact that you're broke and you need money, that's not a good why. What's your why? So, Integrity Medical has been going to conferences like the CLDA and ECA for the better part of 20 years. We've vendored, we've set up booths, we've set up tables. We're traveling quite a bit in the next 4 months at many of these conventions. But you know what they always tell you in preparation is, what's your why? What's your elevator speech? If you were in a hospital and you got on the elevator and you look next to you and there's a guy wearing a badge and you notice that he was the purchasing manager of that hospital, you've got probably 30 seconds to define or describe who you are, what your value proposition is, what you want to do for the hospital. Can you do that in 30 seconds or less? And can you impress them? Guys, you always need to be ready to promote your services, to sell your services. So you got to practice that. We're going to talk about that in the sales tips class. Again, this is coming up this coming Friday, the 23rd of January at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Now, there should be a link attached to this video. It's a Reg Fox link. You can sign up. The cost is $59. But when you use the coupon code Save on Sales, it's going to knock $10 off that rate. So for $49, you guys can attend this live Zoom meeting, and we're going to dig in, guys. And in that meeting, we're going to help you identify medical clients in your city that you should call on from a sales perspective and we're going to help you identify them. And we'll talk about different people in different positions that you might want to call on. Some facilities use a purchasing manager. Some facilities have a logistics manager, and you got to be able to figure out which is which. We're going to talk about that in this class. So invest in yourself, invest in your future. Don't sit on the sidelines. Get in. Click now on the link attached to this video and sign up for this coming Friday, January 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. That's one of the events coming up. Don't miss it, you guys. Let's join together and talk about sales. You can ask questions of me. We'll talk about what works, what doesn't. You have to be intentional, guys. Companies aren't going to come looking for you, but you have to know where to look, and we're going to help you with that. So sign up. Now I want to talk about the other event coming up on Monday, January 26th. This is something we do maybe once a month, and we call it the group training, medical courier group training webinar. Chris will put the graphic up there. It is. So maybe once a month, we do a group training webinar. We're going to go over OSHA and HIPAA regulations. This is not some awareness class, you guys. If you take something from American Red Cross or the CPR Foundation, I mean, if I need chest compressions, I'll call you. But if you want to learn how to safely handle and transport blood and other bodily fluids, this is the class for you. It's coming up Monday, January 26th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to attach that link to this live. That'll be embedded in there, and you can sign up. Now, when you're registering for the group train class on the 23rd, use the coupon code GO2026. That'll shave off $9.95 off the $49.95 rate. So you're going to get your OSHA and HIPAA certificate for only $40 when you use that coupon code. But we're going to go over OSHA and HIPAA regulations. We're going to go over medical definitions. We're going to go over bloodborne pathogens in the workplace. We're going to help you identify what they are and where to look for them and kind of how to look out for it. How can you protect yourself from exposure to bloodborne pathogens? Do you know the difference between infectious category A and infectious category B? One of these can harm you. We teach you which is which in our class. We're going to go over what kind of coolers to use, what kind of markings you should have on those coolers according to OSHA, how to maintain the right temperature, what to do in case of a spill, and how to use a spill kit. Guys, all of our training is function specific. That means that the OSHA and HIPAA regulations, we interpret them and help you understand how they impact your job as a medical courier. It's not enough to take some awareness course that you found for free or some awareness course that just gave you the basics on HIPAA compliance, but didn't show you how those regulations impact you as a medical courier. You got to know the difference, you guys, and we're going to help you with those in this live webinar. Okay, go Broncos. Way to go over Sleazy. Love it. Follow our LinkTree for the description. Good. So there are comments. You guys comment. Drop some comments here on YouTube. You know, we don't go live on YouTube very often, but our following on YouTube is growing quite a bit. Now, I want to talk about the Medical Courier Connection for a second. And surprise, Chris, I didn't tell you to get the graphic ready, but I want to talk about the Medical Courier Connection because it's really exciting, you guys. The Medical Courier Connection is a growing community of couriers that are learning and growing together and honing their skills. And the membership is $59. You can join the membership at integritydelivers.com, but in the membership, you get your OSHA and HIPAA certificate thrown in. So an automated copy, an automated link to watch the OSHA and HIPAA training course, but then your membership is included. What's included in the membership? There you go. Love that graphic. What's included in the membership? We're going to put your contact information on our website, medicalcourierconnection.com. You're going to get 10% off on some of the other automated classes. I mean, most of the other automated classes, you're going to save money on those. And from time to time, we do what's called a members only event, special members only event. One that's coming up soon, and we'll announce it to the group, is we're going to do a Medical Couriers Foundation class where we'll help you build a strong foundation in your courier business and help you launch properly and get up on the right foot. That's coming up soon. But what One of the other things is with your membership to the MCC, we're going out to conventions like the COLA convention. COLA is the Commission on Laboratory Accreditation. We're going there to Tennessee in May. So we're representing the membership at certain conventions. Actually, I think we're going to represent the MCC at the Florida Messenger Association or FDLA meeting coming up later this month of January. Again, in February at the CLDA, we'll be representing you there. And again, then in April, we're going to represent you at the ECA, Express Carriers Association meeting coming up in Texas. And then again, finally, COLA in Tennessee in May. So a lot's going on. A lot is coming up. You know, we're getting out there representing you guys, and we're helping make that connection between medical facilities and courier companies that are looking for trained and vetted medical couriers. That's the Medical Courier Connection. If you want to learn more, there should be an address at integritydelivers.com or go directly to medicalcourierconnection.com. Scroll down to the bottom of the page and you'll see a little area where you can click on independent contractor, and right there there'll be the opportunity for you to join. $59 to join for 1 year. Guys, the Medical Courier Connection right now, we've got over 1,800 members and it's growing every single day. Don't miss out. Join the connection, you guys, and we're going to have more special events throughout the year. Stay tapped in. So again, join the Medical Courier Connection. $59 for 1 year. You get your OSHA and HIPAA certification. This Friday, January 23rd, the sales tips class. We're going to help you learn how to sell and market your services. You have to be intentional if you want to be successful. Join it. Click on the link in this live and use the coupon code Save on Sales. It'll knock $10 off the $59 cost. So for $49, you can join us. Let's learn about sales together. And then Monday, January 23rd at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to go over specimen handling and transportation. After that class, when you complete it, you'll get an electronic certificate showing compliance with OSHA 29 CFR 1910-1030, DOT 49 CFR 171 through 180, because we talk about Ebola as well as HIPAA high tech. Where else would you go to get the proper training and certification that you need? Guys, Integrity Medical Courier Training is uniquely qualified to provide the certification that you need. Why do I say that? Because we come from a clinical lab background. Linda and I both worked for a medical lab in Minneapolis. She was in chemistry, billing, and logistics, and I started out in logistics, and I eventually was promoted as a courier trainer. That's how I got into the industry of being a medical courier trainer. Linda and I, between us, have probably over 40 years experience in this industry, but there's more. Our CSR, Justin, has a lab background, total of 16 years in the courier industry. Faith, our chief of staff, also has a background in training OSHA compliance. You guys, we are fully staffed with people who know the industry and can help keep you and your company compliant. Don't look anywhere else and beware some of the fakes on social media. So here's our schedule for the week. We have specimen handling and transport coming up on the 20th. We have specimen handling and transport coming up on the 21st, and sales tips webinar on the 23rd. You guys, we always post what's coming up. Follow us, subscribe here to the Medical Courier Connection podcast. Don't miss it. Another exciting announcement. We have a lab representative who's going to join us on our podcast on Thursday. That'll be coming up soon, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. It's a big deal, you guys, and a lot of great content. Subscribe to our podcast here on YouTube. Lots of great content to help you build up your courier company and be successful. Guys, subscribe, like, share. Don't miss out. Be involved. We got all these events coming up, guys, and these are here to help you be the successful courier that we know you want to be, guys. Where else should you go? Integrity Medical Courier Training. We are uniquely qualified to provide the training and certification and the community, the connectedness that you need. Don't go anywhere else, guys. Certify your future. Automated classes are also available at integritydelivers.com. So I wanted to come on to YouTube today and just say hi. Guys, we got a lot of recorded content. You'll see them up. But again, like, subscribe, follow, share, go to Integrity Delivers, go to the Medical Courier Connection, sign up, be a part. Don't miss out, you guys. We are here for you, and we're going to help equip you and train you and help you be a successful medical courier. That's all I got for today. We'll see you soon.